Okay, so I've already moisturized my face and applied my foundation. Next, I'm going to be taking, you can use masking tape, or I couldn't find any masking tape, so what I ended up using was tape from a lint roller. It's almost the same thing, and it's going to give you the same effect. Because what you want is, you want something that you can tear and then get a jagged edge. And then obviously you want something that's going to be sticky. So when you're tearing it, just kind of do it in a crooked motion. Oops. That didn't work. Alright, so get something that looks like that. And then you can tear them up into smaller pieces, and it gives you a little bit of a nicer effect. And also, don't make the sides symmetrical. So they don't need to match at all. And then press it down really tightly. Okay, so next step, what you want to do is get a clean Q-tip. Do not put any type of makeup remover on it, because what you want to do is remove some of the makeup that's within the mask area. So, and the reason you don't want to use the makeup remover is because if it gets onto the tape, it's probably going to lift up the tape, and then you're not going to have your crisp lines that you want. I forgot what these are called. Grease paint stick by MAC, and this is in the color V. This is a limited edition, but if you don't have this, then use Painted Purple by Maybelline. So I'm actually going to take that, and I'm going to run it. You don't have to do this step either, this is optional. I just wanted to do it because I wanted my eyebrows to be flat. So I'm just running it across there, across the eyebrow. Next I'm going to be taking a glue stick, and I'm just going to run that across the eyebrow. Okay, and you'll need to do that, repeat that process a couple of times. Alright, so next I'm just going to take the back of my tweezers, and I'm just going to press down the eyebrow just to flatten them out a little bit more. Okay, so now while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to take my grease paint stick again, and I'm just going to run it along the edges of the tape. And I'm actually, if you can see what I'm doing it like at an angle, so that way it doesn't lift up the tape. So like I said, this tape for some reason is not as sticky as regular masking tape. Alright. You do want to overlap the grease paint stick just a little bit onto the tape so that you don't have any gaps, and so that your line is crisp. Alright, so I'm going to do my eyebrow one more time, and I'll be right back. Okay, So while I'm waiting for the eyebrow, for the glue to dry on my eyebrow, I'm just going to start running this across the rest of the face. You don't need to do it as thick as you did on the edge of the tape. And don't run it over the glue stick yet either, since it's not dry. And then just blend it into the hairline. DAPHNE by NARS. And I'm going to be taking a small pencil brush. And I'm just going to be running that along the edge of the tape. And I'm just holding the tape down just so that it doesn't lift up, because like I said, I think it's because the makeup is underneath this. It's not as sticky as it would be if I had just laid the tape down on a clean face without any foundation on it. Alright, so I'm going to do the top edge also. And with my grease paint stick, like I said, if you don't have this, you can always use the painted purple. It's not quite as dark, so you will have to layer that one. I actually forgot something. So I need to take my I'm going to be taking my eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. I can't remember the last time I used this grease paint stick, so I don't remember if it works without a base. And then I'm going to put it down here also. You don't need to put this on the entire area, mask area, but just on your lid, so that you don't get any creasing. And just tap it so that it dries a little bit. And now, because you laid that down, it's going to be a little bit easier for the grease paint stick to slide across. I don't know if you can see. It's not tugging as much on my skin. It's not tugging as much, and it's easier to slide across, but it also doesn't look as dark. This looks really ugly right now. Looks like a big mess. Alright, and then make sure to go over the eyebrow. Okay. Now I'm going to end with the Maybelline Color Explosion in Amethyst Ablazed. And I'm going to be taking this color here. It almost looks like the DAPHNE color. You can see right there. This one's a little bit lighter, and it actually has a lot of glitter, and DAPHNE is a matte color. Alright, so I'm going to take, this is actually the foundation brush by Real Techniques, so I'm going to pick up that purple color, and I'm just going to start laying it on top. Okay, so I'm going to put that eyeshadow all over where I have the grease paint stick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished applying that purple eyeshadow, and I did a little tiny line of eyeliner on the top lash line. So I'm going to take a little bit more. And I also tight lined on the top. So now I'm just going to take it on the lower, on the waterline. If you have a really good dark purple eyeliner, then just use that. But I couldn't find mine, so that's why I chose to use the black. Alright, so next I'm going in with that same palette, the Amethyst Ablazed. And I am going to be taking the light shade right here. And you just want, excuse me, you just want a fluffy brush to pick up that color. And just start patting it around and just randomly. But make sure that you kind of tap right over it also to blend the edge. You don't want the marks from the brush to be left there, or to be obvious. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more of that. Just run it down the center there, and then blend it in. Do it right here at the top, because this is the top of your cheekbone, so it gives it a bit of a highlight. And then also up here, right underneath the eyebrow, on the brow bone. Okay. Next, clean off that brush, and then I'm going to be taking some EVIAN facial spray, but you can use anything that you have, but just something that's a fine mist so that it doesn't mess up all the work that you've done. So I'm just going to spray it on that side of the face. Alright. And I'm going to go in with the color that's at the top, which is the silver. And I'm going to pick that color up, and then just start tapping it around. Same thing, just in random spots. And then doing the water is actually going to be helping the glitter to stick, so that was the reason for that. I can put a little bit more over here. Oops. Alright, and yeah, I'm just going to run some mascara on the lashes. And I did pull this look from something that I found on the internet, so I'm kind of copying it almost exactly the way it appears to me, with the exception of the lips. And then there wasn't any, there weren't any false lashes in the look. However, I think it would look really nice, but I'm just going to be taking this off right after I finish filming this, so I'm not going to put lashes on, but I think it would look really nice. Okay, so now that's done. Alright, so now I'm going to take off the tape. Now it is going to lift up some of your foundation, so you're going to have to go back in and touch it up. You can see all my foundation there. Cool. Alright, so just clean off the purple shadow that landed on my nose. So because it did lift up some of the foundation, I need to go back in and touch it up. So this is what I used today. It's the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse. And I usually apply with a stippling brush, but because I need to fix these areas, I'm just going to use a foundation brush, the flat foundation brush. Okay, and then I need to do at the top also. Okay, so I'm actually going to powder the top now. And I'm going to be using the RIMMEL Stay Matte Pressed Powder. I haven't used this with this foundation, so I actually want to try it. It's actually this here, and this is in the translucent color. And so far I do like this. I've used it with the Revlon Color Stay. And if it's not too hot out, which it really hasn't been over here in California, I don't even have to touch up my face at all during the day, which is pretty cool. Like I've had it on for like definitely 8 hours. I don't have to touch it up. But maybe a little bit after that you do, unless it's a little bit hot. But even then it seems to last pretty good. Okay, so next I'm going to be going in with my HOOLA bronzer. And there wasn't any blush in the look, and I don't really think that it's necessary. Anyway, it's just an editorial look. It's not like this is a costume. I mean, if you want to wear this as a costume, I guess you could throw on some blush. Alright, so that's it for the cheek area. Alright, and now I'm going to be taking this palette here from Sephora. I don't think they still have this. I can't remember if I got this in November or December, but it's this here. It says METALLIZE palette, and so it comes with a silver, gold, bronze, and then I don't know what they call that other color. I mean a silver, copper, and then bronze, and then the gold. And this would be a good dupe if you can still find it for the one that Illamasqua has, because that one's pretty expensive, and that's actually the one I wanted to get, but it was just too expensive. So anyway, if you can still find this, it was only like $11. So I'm going to take the silver one right there, and I'm going to take a concealer brush by e.l.f., which I told you guys before is really good for using as a lip brush. I had some moisturizer on my lips, so I just want to take a little bit of it off. So you can see these are nicely pigmented, and yeah, definitely a dupe if you can still find it for the Illamasqua quad that they have like this. Alright, so I'm going to finish putting on the lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished putting on the metallic green makeup on my lip. Next I'm going in with this Revlon Diamond Lust in Celestial Silver. So you just want to take a clean finger and pick up some of the product like that. And that's it. That'll help keep the product that's underneath from shifting. Alright, so that is it for the look. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.